Because we always think about the more you grow, more you think of two things, doctor and God. And this is in every profession, in every way. That's why Brahmavid Uttama. Why they have said like that? The person who has only had the knowledge of Brahmavid. And Brahmavid Uttama, perfectly, he has that knowledge. There are so many instances will be there. One lady took her daughter who will be getting married to get the blessings in an asrama. And he went and she went with her daughter, and she didn't found that Adhaksha, the in-charge Swami. So there was a brahmachari, young brahmachari was there, and with all happiness she told Maharaj, my daughter is going to get married within 10-15 days, please bless her. And this brahmachari, recently he has read all these things, immediately he shouted, you people are in the bondage, again putting this daughter also in the bondage. She missed it. Now, then afterwards somehow the senior person that in-charge Swami came, and he has also read all these things. He also knows, but he has a practical idea. See, he said, no, this is all right. So good. See, Thakur and Ma, they also married. Be like that. And both of them were somehow pacified. So like this, their knowledge is same. But the thing is, experience is also should be there. So here we found the Brahmagya. They are found. They are also realized soul. They have got some idea. But how? Again, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is explaining in a very simple way. The four blind persons, they found an elephant. And they went to see that elephant. How the blind people, they know by touching. And the person who touched the leg of the elephant, another person touched the trunk of the elephant, another belly, another the tail. They came, reported, yes, I have seen elephant. How is it? Just like a pillar. He is correct. But only a few percentage is true. It's not the whole truth. How is the elephant? Just like a pillar, correct? Well, the person who touched the trunk is like a huge pipe, is also correct. And the person who touched the belly, and he said, oh no, you are all wrong. I myself have touched. And I have seen elephant. It's like a huge pitcher. And the person who was holding the tail, he touched the tail, I can understand what all these things he was telling. As an elephant is just little bigger than any leechard. All of them are correct. But are they really telling the complete truth? No. Why? These are the differences of knowledge. So there also we have to understand all people are telling the truth, but partial truth. So who can tell the incomplete? See, one person saw the king. He was standing by the side of the road, and king was passing with all his people. Suddenly something happened. King stopped over there, and the window of the car was down, and king peeped from that. That person who nearby, he saw the king, and he came and told all the villagers, I have seen the king just from this distance. It's true. And the person who is working there with the king, he is also seeing the king almost every time. The personal servants are also seeing the king so many times. The wives, the children also seeing the king. They can also explain about the king, how is he. But can any of them tell in complete way how the king is? No. Maybe that powerful king alone when he sits, he enjoyed Tom and Jerry. Nobody knows. He'll be closing the door and he'll open the Tom and Jerry and he will laugh like a child. It's just so simple. But apparently, that only king knows. We do not know. So that's why Sri Ramakrishna said, you can never say, I know the God in totality. No, he cannot. No one can say. Even in Upanishad also it is telling, if anyone says that I have known, know it for sure, he doesn't. So here is one who is the king himself, the God himself, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna himself. He comes and he is telling about the God. And we know about the God we were telling. In the scriptures, they have tried to give some idea about God. And what is that? We read that Vaishadyasya Samagrasya Atya Shankaracharya say. And also in Bhagavad Gita, in a wonderful way, Sri Krishna is telling, Vedaham samatitani Vartamanani charjuna cha Arjuna Bhavishyani cha bhutani Mam tu Veda na kaschana. I know. Vedaham, aham, Veda, I know. Samatitani, the past. Vartamanani, the present. Bhavishyani, the future of all the beings. But no one knows about me. Mam tu Veda nakaschana. Here in the Vishnu Purana also we quoted last time, Utputtim cha vinasham cha bhutanam agatim gatim. He knows how everything is. And then Vetti vidyam avidyam cha. He knows very perfectly what is Vidya and what is Avidya. When you go through the pages of the Vachanamrit, Kathamrit, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, we will find a wonderful conversation between the writer and Sri Ramakrishna. Writer is Sri Ma. Here we find that in Bhagavad Gita, the Sri Krishna is telling like this. Now, about when the God himself is telling about God, then also it is so difficult because the God is beyond time, space and causation. Time, space and causation, that's why he cannot say everything within this time frame. He himself also is struggling. And Sri Ramakrishna is saying, I like to tell you, what is God? What is Mother? But someone is holding the throat. I cannot speak out. It is not possible. In his own simple manner, Sri Ramakrishna is telling that it's not possible to tell about God in totality, in complete. You have to realize it. And here, the God is trying to tell what to do and what not to do, how far you can know about Him. All these things are telling. But we have to believe it. The moment we say the believe, immediately the modern mind rebel. Believing why? Unless and until we examine, unless and until we know, unless we are understanding this thing by ourselves, how can we believe it? You know, there is a judge from Calcutta High Court. He went to Andaman. And we were having the discussion that evening. Two of them were there, their family members. And then when I was talking about this faith, the belief, he said, Swamiji, so everything is all right. Religion, we can to some extent understand. But the moment you say the belief, that I cannot understand. Why should I have to believe? I told you are a judge. I cannot contradict. The High Court judge is a tremendous power. I just jokingly I told I cannot contradict. But the thing is, sir, when you came from Calcutta to Port Blair, Andaman, you came by flight? Yes. The person with the white dress sitting at that front, pilot, have you checked his certificates, whether he is a really certified person to fly or not? You didn't. You believed. Since he is sitting over there, is obviously some people must have checked his credentials and must be having some experience. So you believed and sat quietly, nicely in the front seat. And the lady, that air hostess, who gave you the water, the tea and all other food, did you ask her to taste whether it is mixed with any other things? No, you believed and ate. We believe everything, in every sphere of our life, in every step of our life. The lady whom I am believing as my mother may not be. Father, all people that we are believing that they are our own may not be. We are actually believing. And then, when the question of believing God comes, immediately we become so much scientific that we don't like to believe. Why? That has an explanation, because in the past life it is not there. So slowly it is coming. So naturally we don't believe. Arjuna, it was difficult for him also to believe, because Sri Krishna was with him all through, every moment. They were friends. Suddenly to believe him as God, how? But then those who have read the Gita, they have found, then in one place he is telling, na, Param Brahma Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. You are that God. Why? How can I say that? Then he is supporting his statement by saying, Ahustva, very important sloka of the Gita. Ahustva Mrishaya Sarve. Devarshi Naradastata Asita Devala Vyasa. Then he said, Swayam Chaiva Pravishime. O Krishna, you have said that you are God. You yourself have said to me, and I believe you. I believe those people, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, Narada, they are all great rishis. Their life, it proves that they can never say anything wrong, lies. So why should you not believe? That they are the mirrors. In one place, in Calcutta, that time I was also very young, we went and there was a question answer. Suddenly one boy stood up and said, Swamiji, one thing is very clear. Unless and until I see with my own eyes, I do not believe anything. I told him, boy, I am sorry. Then you should not believe that you have eyes. Because you have not seen your own eyes with your own eyes. No, through mirror and through mirror, not directly. You can't see your own eyes directly, can you? No. We infer that everybody having two eyes, so I am also having, must be. Then the mirror, when I see the mirror, then I say, okay, I am just like this. Then now it is the photograph, okay. But through some media, why not look at the life of Sri Chaitanya, Guru Nanak, Jesus Christ, Sri Ramakrishna? Their lives are the mirror where the image of God is reflected. Why don't you see that and believe? As you are believing things in the mirror, in the car, in the mirror, it is always written, the thing that you see at the back. And that is actually, it has really happened. They are so close, but we are thinking it is so far. So you were nicely, suddenly you stopped and got a clash, and then police will come, etc. will go on. So why? Because even in the mirror, we cannot see things properly. So here the lives are there. Swayam Chaiva Brabhishime. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna never could say I, Ami. This word he could not pronounce. There was no ego at all. And when he said, sometimes you must remember me, then you will be getting the blessings of God, you will get the mukti. That much he said. All that you see are within me. This time, Yo Rama, Yo Krishna. This time it is in Sri Ramakrishna. Then few different places he is telling about it. That means like Sri Krishna, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mamekam Sharanam Raja. in Assam, there is a group of people. They are Vaishnava. They are the worshippers of Sri Krishna. But they don't worship Krishna with an image. They only worship the book, the Namabhara. So there are so many other histories are there. And the founder of that is the Shankar Dev, not Shankaracharya, Shankar Dev. He is a contemporary of our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there, Ek Dev, Ek Hev, Ek Bina, Nei Kev. That is their philosophy. Ek Dev means one God, one philosophy. Except one, there is no two. That is their philosophy. And who is that one? Krishna. Why? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja. So you just forget all other things. Only you believe me, come to me. So naturally, not properly understanding the broad teaching of Sri Krishna, they have become so narrow, fanatic, not understanding others, not try to understand others, like this. As usual, it happens. And I went there, and when I was talking with them, they were telling only God is there, as Krishna, there is no one else. I said, that's true. But that same Krishna is telling, Yo yatha mam prapadyante tams tatheva bhajamaham. Anyone, anywhere, in any form, when he is worshipping, I accepted worship, I accepted puja. Then how? The same God, same Krishna, in the same Bhagavad Gita. Here and there he is telling the two words. You know what? Like this, father told his son, in the morning 2 hours you must study, in the afternoon you can play 1 hour. Then when the father left, the son told the mother, Ma, I cannot obey both the orders of the father. I will better follow the afternoon. In the morning, 2 hours study, it is difficult. So afternoon will be good for me. The same God is telling, and now you are only observing one, not the other. So this way, people always, they try to be narrow. Why? Ahamkara. Whether the God has said or not, whether the scripture has said or not, I am telling that Ahamkara always takes us. And like the Asita, Devala, Vyasa, Narada, the excellent rishis of the present age, Swami Vivekananda, Brahmananda, Turiyananda, Avedananda, all this. If you read their lives, they're excellent. Tyaga and Sheva. Cannot imagine how much they did. And when they said Sri Krishna is God, why can't you believe? When Sri Krishna said the person who was not having an iota of ego, why can't you believe? Because our ego. You always say, no, it cannot be. My person, my God, my Guru, my people, that I comes. And there we fight. This Panchama Veda, here Sri Krishna, in the Vachanamrita, only speaks about spirituality. When Sri Moy is meeting the Master Mahashaya, the writer, when he met Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna was already famous. There, Master Mahashaya forgot to mention the date, the first meeting. Because he was not prepared that time. He went for something else, you know that I told you last time. And now he was in agony, his mind was restless. And that time, his friend, his relative, took him to Sri Ramakrishna. And he found the moment he heard Sri Krishna is telling something to the devotees, his mind became quiet, tranquil, and he got out so much of attraction in one word only. And that's why he forgot to mention the particular date of his first meeting. But the assumption is said that those things, that time, Sri Ramakrishna was known to the elite of the society, the very knowledgeable people of the society. This our Keshab Chandra Sen and Joseph Cook, he was an American. He went to Calcutta. Keshab Chandra took him in a boat, and Sri Ramakrishna also traveled with them. And that is a wonderful way that they are telling. And Sri Ramakrishna was so much afraid when he heard that one American is coming. He doesn't know American or British. Sahib, the white-skinned person, Sahib is coming. And he was going to toilet, coming and praying to Mother, Mother, what will happen? Sahib is coming. How? I don't know anything. I can speak a single word in English. How I will understand? How I will talk? How he will think? All this, just like a child, he was so much afraid. But the moment he went over there, he found there's nothing. The knowledge from within that came, it doesn't bother about the university or other knowledges. That proves the existence of God, an all-powerful God. The moment he went, an ordinary person from a village, without any proper education, any training, and he met two wonderful persons, great personalities, Keshab Sen and Joseph Cook. But both of them, with folded hands, they were sitting before him. So here, after that, Sri Ma came to him. So maybe that this 23rd February 1882, Sri Ramakrishna in a boat sailed with these two persons in the Ganga. Aim met afterwards. So obviously, his birthday was also observed, 18 February. 23rd February, this thing happened. Then afterwards, when he's coming, maybe that in the first week of May 1882, he is meeting him. Sri Ramakrishna, already having some disciples, 1879, Dr. Ram Datta and Manmohan came. Those who are accustomed with all these names, they will understand how only from 1880 we can say up to 1886, 6 years only. And his great disciple Vivekananda, only 10 years. And he himself, only 6 years. That was sufficient to give this vast knowledge to the humanity. 1879, Ram Datta and Manmohan, they are coming to Sri Ramakrishna. 1880, Kedar, Shurendra, Chuni, Latu, Nanigopal, Tarak, they all came. I am telling these names because afterwards, again and again, we will come to know about these people, personalities. This Shurendra, Sri Ramakrishna used to accept different things from his Shurendra. He used to love him. It's not there will be some people having a lot of money. They are spending also for that. But God may be not accepting their donations. Sometimes it so happens. Most of the time we have seen one person came with 10,000 rupees in those days. And Sri Ramakrishna said, no, I don't like to accept. Even Holy Mother also said, no. But that Sri Ramakrishna used to tell to this Surendra, can you please bring this thing for me, that thing for me? He himself used to ask. Balaram Bose, another person. Sri Ramakrishna used to go and take food in his house, and he used to take Balaram Anna, Shuddha Anna. Balaram's food is very pure. And these we cannot explain why this happened, but this is true. And here we find that in 1881, Narendra, Rakhal, Bhavana, Baburam, Sri Ma, and Jogin, they are all coming to Sri Ramakrishna. 1881. 86, he passed away. 16th August 1886, Sri Ramakrishna passed away, and these people came in only 1881. Here we find that Master Mahashaya is attracted to Sri Ramakrishna, but just hearing only one single word, only one single sentence. What is that? Sri Ramakrishna is telling, when hearing the name of Hari or Rama once, you shed tears, and your hair stands on end, then you may know for certain that you do not have to perform such devotions as the Sandhya anymore. See, with so much authority he is telling, you need not to do any other performances. The moment just by hearing the name, you find joy. And all joy means so much. The joy is coming within your heart. And then you need not to bother about. And that is with the authorities telling, because this is called spirituality. A religion means there are 3 steps. First is religion, rituals actually. In the religion there is a ritual. If we take the religion, the word religion, not dharma, only religion, then it has 3 steps. First is the ritual. It's very, very essential. Without ritual, it is difficult to move towards God. In the ritual, one must be very, very careful. By washing the hand and feet and wearing the washed clothes, then only they'll enter. And with all great devotion, they must prepare and do all these things. And then, wherever I found some people, they'll be bringing this type of flowers. Wherever some nice flowers are there, they brought it. They'll be cooking for some food for God. And they're so happy when they're with garland. For whom? For God. One lady came, she purchased one, a flower garland, and she wanted to see that Sri Ramakrishna is putting on. That was there. She took the picture. I brought that garland, and Sri Ramakrishna is wearing it. This is devotion. And that way, all these things happen. This is ritual. If you stop over there, this is the problem. Ritual is the beginning only. As you are going to school, going to college, going to university, and going to the laboratory to get knowledge. And when you go over there, slowly, different stages of knowledge comes to us. Similarly, in religion, first step is ritual. Second, morality. Love thy neighbor as thyself. In Islam also they say, distribute all that you have and then go for Hajj. Hajj means the people, they'll be going to the main source. And this, in our places also they say that you do this and do that. And wonderful thing is dana. So many things that because only those who have understood what is God, they only can give some donation, not all others. Sometimes they will be helping, That's why Swami Vivekananda said, giver should kneel down with great humbleness. Suppose you are not helping a person, do you think he will die? Not at all. He will survive some other way. But when you are helping with an attitude that God has come to me and I am helping, even the doctors, the lawyers, different professions, the teachers, everywhere only this thought helps. God has come to me and I am helping the God. But if you go on telling, oh God, please come, then there will be a problem. Because the person whom you are serving as God doesn't know that he is God. So it creates a problem. One boy was running and one dog was chasing the boy, barking. His friend was in a distance. He said, hey, why you are running? Don't you know the barking dog doesn't bite? Well, I know. Does the God know? A dog know? The dog, it was barking and chasing and the boy was running when his friend said Barking dog doesn't bite. He said, I know it. But a dog. So similarly, you know that they are God, but they don't. So you have to work in such a way, knowing within there is nothing but God coming in this form. So here, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, and Master Moshe is attracted. In a Bengali song is there about Mother Kali. It's a unique song. I will just speak a few words quoting this in Bengali. Jare na dekhe, naam shune kane, mon giye taye lipto holo, maer bhab ki bhebe poran gel. I can understand what is real mother is. How is she? I only heard the name Kali and I am so much attracted to her. I have not seen her. Jare na dekhe, I didn't see her. Only I heard the name Kali and my mind is attracted to her. How is she then? Jare na dekhe naam shune kane, mon giye taye lipto holo. So that is from the past birth it comes. Master Moshe with his friend going over there, Sidhu, Siddheshwar Majumdar, his name. But he is not attracted. He is not telling that we will go and sit at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna and listen his words. No, nowhere. Once only he took. And we don't know whether he visited again or not. But Master Moshe is thinking, I must go. Siddheshwar not. Why? A rebirth theory. That proves the rebirth. Attraction to God, aversion to worldliness. Attraction to God only won't do. Aversion to worldliness, that is also necessary. Until we have that, we won't be able to go. Both the things you cannot have. Only one could do in a wonderful way. That was King Janaka. So he was a Rajarshi, Rishi, but the Raja same time. There's no attachment. When his kingdom was burning, people came running. Oh king, your kingdom is burning. No, what am I to do? People are there, they'll be trying. I cannot do anything. He was quietly sitting there with a tranquil mind. Can we do it? Our small thing, if it could get lost immediately. One person came and he said that Swamiji, this pain I have brought for you. Then he wanted to bring it out and it slipped from his hand. It was falling down. I was so much, I almost jumped and catched it because it is my pain now. He didn't deliver it to me, he only said. So much of attachment we are having. The moment you say that I will give it to you, immediately it becomes mine. You tell the children, I will give you this thing and that thing. Every evening, the moment you are returning back from office, Papa, where is that? When you are going to give? He never forgets that. Why? The moment you say, immediately the attachment, aversion, vairagya. And the next class, maybe in the Sunday, when we will be discussing about the meditation, maybe we will be discussing about the vairagya. How? Without vairagya, we cannot move towards God. You must have to have. And what type of vairagya? One person was eating puffed rice and he never gave anything to anybody. But suddenly there was a gust of wind and some puffed rice, it just scattered. Immediately he said, Vishnave dadamaham. Anyway, whatever is gone, I am now offering to Vishnu. At least I cannot pick it up from that dirt and eat. When it is gone, let it go to Vishnu. I may get some punya. So that way of people, they behave. That's called samsari. So much attached to all this. They cannot forget. But still they practice religion. Why? we will discuss afterward. But here we find the wonderful character, Sri Mom. And we will hear Sri Ramakrishna's assessment of this person about Sri Mom. And then when he is noting down the words, there is no ego, nothing at all. Sometimes the editor of the newspapers, or a newspaper maybe they have to do, particularly the magazines or the books, editors will edit in such a way, the writer will read that, who has written it? He will not understand that it was his article only. He is editing everything, all words, sentences, changed everything. That's not editing. And why he is editing in that fashion? Editor is supposed to see that the facts and figures are correct. Then the punctuations are all right, spellings are all right, references are there, and then publish. He has nothing to do with that, because every writer has his own way of expression, and that is the beauty of writing. So here also, why it works like that? Ego. Everywhere if we see, here Master Mahashaya, when he is going and asking, he has not that ego. Why? He is dispassionate about the world, that aversion about the worldliness, and he never want the name, fame and all these things of the world. And he has the inclination towards God. So he is going to, that the people go to temple, but do not come to listen to the discourses. Why? You see, if you go to temple, you go to churches and all that, there will be so many people will be going there. They are holy, for some holy cause only they are going. But then, what do you do in the temple? Then you have to go, you have to, first you have to put off the shoe and walk, and then you have to purchase or you have to take the puja, and there are so many gods and goddesses are there in the Hindu temple. It is so confusing, so many gods and goddesses are there. Then one after another you have to go, we do not know who will be angry, it is better to go and bow down to everyone. And then, this Vishnu I like, so $10, but Shiva okay, $1 will do. Like this, we all this, after all these things we come down, and there is also prasada, that also sometimes free, sometimes we purchase. And the children are there playing, we are also forcing them, bow down over here, all these things will happen. It actually, there almost every week we come, it's no problem. Why? Because our mind is actually turbulent. And when we go to the temple of this like, it tallies with our mind. Ask that person to sit for 10 minutes quiet over there, he won't be able to do. That is the most difficult thing to do. Ask that person why you are coming over here, to get the blessing so that no bad things will happen to our family. So like this only they go. So you will see, one person came to us and he was telling, why there are so many cards and so many people here, nothing, nobody is there. I told, at least you are here. At least to tell these things you have come, that only do. And now sit and take a cup of tea with me and let us have some discussions about. No, I don't have time, some other day will come. So what discussions, he don't have the time. So he went. Why? Because the philosophy, the knowledge, Sri Ramakrishna again and again he is telling, when you are coming, listen to me. That is important. Unless and until that first step of ritual, that is good. And then second step you have to go, morality, how can you develop that? The love for all being, how can you develop that? Sadhu Sangha, Satsanga, the company of holy person, that you have to, otherwise it will be so difficult. Here, the Master Mahashaya, he comes back again after visiting all those, he is coming. Why so much attraction? Once when Sri Ramakrishna was praying to Mother Kali, The mother said, assuring him, I and you are one. He was telling Mother Kali, Ma, you be with me all the time, just like a small child. The child doesn't understand the mother has other work also. No, you must be with me all the time. Sri Ramakrishna was praying to the Divine Mother in that way, and Divine Mother assured, Tumi are Ami ek. You and me are one. And Master Masha is attracted to Kali through Sri Ramakrishna. He is coming. And here, Master Masha is mentioning, it's trained in English manner, who would not enter into a room unannounced. When he came back, all other people left. Sri Ramakrishna was alone. The door was ajar and he was inside. And Master Masha, English manner, the Indian manner, simply go inside. Don't bother anything. And if you go in some other places like tribal people, if your door is open, you simply enter and you go like this. And अरे क्या हो गया? Why you are here? In Hindi we used to tell them, आप क्यों ऐसे अंदर में आ गया? नहीं ऐसे देखने के लिए, क्या हुआ? अब सो जाओ. I am sleeping and he is inside the bedroom. He will be just roaming around. Simple. There is no courtesy in that way. See here, when I was coming here, then some of our friends, they were teaching me, they were telling, you go on telling, please, the moment you starting a sentence, a word, please in before, thanks in the left, after. So I had to practice almost the whole month, please and thanks. So like this, all courtesy. In our place, somebody will be going and can you say how much it is time? Maybe the person is having a wristwatch and he will say this is this, must go, without thanks or anything. You have a wristwatch and you are only telling me what is time. Well, you have to thank you. So this way, our aim is, that's why he is categorically mentioning, he is trained in English manner. So when the Sri Ramakrishna was inside the room, he didn't simply open and enter. He was trying to knock. Then there was a lady, a maid servant. Her name is Brinde. And this Brinde, he asked, is the holy man in? And she replied, yes, he is in the room. How long has he lived here? M wanted to know about the holy person. Oh, he has been here a long time. He came almost at the age of 18, 19 with his elder brother, and you know that life of Sri Ramakrishna. Then M asked a wonderful question. Does he read many books? You know, the knowledge means books. Where from knowledge we get? You have to say so many things, you have to quote from different people, and if you can quote from different writers, that means you are a great orator. Unless you can quote, it's a great orator. Like that only people think. And naturally, he thought he must be reading a lot of books. Brinde was just a maid servant, but she answered, I don't know, in a unique way. She answered, books? Oh dear, no. That's all on his tongue. Boi na, oshab mukhe. That all on his tongue. Veda or Paurushya. Veda is not, no one has noted it down, written from the intellect. We write so many things from the intellect. And there will be some people who will be using the language in such a way, beautiful manner, and we all clap. But that is not knowledge. Knowledge is something else. And here the Brinde, without knowing the truth, she told the correct things. It's all on his tongue. Because Veda is coming from God. The knowledge is coming from God. And then only it reaches the hearts of others. Veda is, or Paurusha, is not created by any person. Then M just finished his studies in college. It amazed him to hear that Sri Ramakrishna read no books. You know, in the coffee shops, or when you are going to some people's parlor, some people will be talking about, and they will say, "Are you reading that book? Oh, wonderful." And they will be quoting some books, and the writer, whether you read or not, you must have to purchase just to be on the. And there will be so many books you can find on the shelves of the people that maybe they have not actually seen all the books, and it is still pasted. Two pages may be pasted. So why? Because we think without book it is impossible, we must have to. So M was wondering, perhaps it is time for the evening devotion. Another thing he is telling him. Perhaps it is time for his evening devotion. May we go into the room? Will you tell him we are eager to see him? We're sending the information fast, and then we are eager to see him. Maybe that he is in, because in the evening time, usually the people will be meditating, telling the bead, etc., etc. But about Sri Ramakrishna, he has already completed all those things with full knowledge. The God himself, he was sitting. Sometimes some people, out of sheer practice, we made the routine. Then afterwards, routine actually runs us. It's good to make a routine, but afterwards we become so much so, there will be routine only that will run us. Sometimes some people, they follow. So here, he was thinking that maybe that he is having the evening prayer, etc. Some people came to Sri Ramakrishna, sat before him, and the moment it was dark, immediately they closed their eyes and took out their bead and started taking the name of God before sitting God. And what God said? Ekhane abar oshab keno. Why you are doing all those things here? It is not necessary. What is the necessary for your map to reach? Nowadays you don't see the map. There is here every time that in the car one machine is there. You need not to see even. It will go on telling you. Take the left, take the right, then you are in Naperville. Then when you are in Naperville, you have to only find out the number of the house, all that much. So like this, when we are taking the name of God, meditating, for what? When you reach God? When we have reached the God, God is sitting before us, but we don't know. We can't understand the God. And now we have kept the picture, we are worshipping, we are closing our eyes, we are constantly praying. And at that time, people, even when they were sitting before the living God, could not understand. So that is Maya, illusion. Here, go right in, children. Go and sit down. Brinda is telling. Because Brinda knows everything about Sri Ramakrishna. So he is telling, go inside and sit over there. There's no problem. So this is the uniqueness. The most of the time the people will be having so many paraphernalia. Don't come near, don't do this, don't do that. They don't like to explain, they don't. Why there are many things to hide. When the simple person will be there, his life is open book. Anyone can come and read it. That is the simplicity. And when you are complicated, you like to hide something, then the restrictions come. Don't come, this thing, that thing will be there. So simplicity, that is essential. And I know that I can never do anything wrong. If anybody is coming to me, what is there? If anybody wants to talk about me, what is there? People are so scared that someone will criticize. Let them criticize. What is there? Why should I be afraid of so much? because I want praise. If anybody is criticizing me, maybe that he has seen something, it's good. Can we think in that way? That is called positive thinking. The moment you think like that, there will be no tension. Otherwise, somebody will come and tell you, whisper. This type of words they don't say loudly. They will whisper, do you know, he came to you, now he is telling this thing about you. You will be immediately burning. Without inquiring, is it really he told it or not? Why this thing? Because we have so many things as a desire. We want to hide, we want to get, and that's why we cannot understand what God is. Here we'll see how Sri Ramakrishna is behaving with the other people when they are entering into it. Sri Ramakrishna's room, he entered. This is very, very, very important. It's not the room he is entering. He is entering into the sanctum sanctorium where God is there. If we read only his room he is entering, no. He is entering, he is going towards God. How? He asks somebody, can I go in? You go. Brinde is giving the permission. Here we can say it is Guru who is actually introducing. But we are confused. Shall I go to God? Will he be angry? Guru says, no. Go and sit before him. Talk to him and listen to him. In a simple manner, Guru will guide us. But Guru cannot come along with us and can say everything for us. No. That is, we have to do. So Brinde here, the only simple maid, and she is guiding as if as a guru to master who was in those days past MA and who was getting ready to go to London for ICS examination and all that. Now this he went, go right in children, go and sit down. The Brinde calling Master Mahasaya, yes sir, go, no. Oh sir, you can go, no. She is telling children, both were there, Shidhu and Master Mahasaya. And that's why addressing them as children. The motherly affection. Mother always wants the children should go to a holy person so that their character will also develop. And yesterday only one gentleman came and he was telling, he knows and he is also, I think, organizing the Sunday class, as they call it, no? Sunday class, something like that. And the children will come, etc. Our parents are also eager to send their children to Sunday class so that they get the impression of this thing. That is essential. Like that, as if the ordinary lady sending this Master Mahasaya went over there. It was dusk. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting and he was talking. Where do you live? What is your occupation? Why have you come to Boranagar? This is also very special. Sri Ramakrishna never asked. He is asking the Master Mahasaya. Why? We will afterwards, in the next Tuesday, when we are reading this, we will come to know. Because Master Mahasaya was not an ordinary person. Sri Ramakrishna, the moment he glanced, he understood. And that's why he is inquiring, where do you live? And what is your occupation now? And why have you come to Boranagar? Boranagar just opposite to Dakshineshwar. It is in Calcutta and Dakshineshwar is the opposite. So here, up to this, we will conclude. And now we will chant that name of God. I think you are already having. Do you have that with you? Okay. I'm here. Okay. I'll just say one word and then you can continue with me. Repeat with me. Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shidasanamamaha. The very first word, Niranjanam, Anjana, in Indian languages, Anjana is a black type of thing that they use usually for the eyes, etc. Anjana here means that the strain in the character. But you are Niranjana. There is no strain in your character. How can this be? Because unselfishness. God is perfectly unselfish. The moment I have somebody as me and mine, but you think, oh, this should be for me and that should be for. Sometimes it so happens when you are very close to some devotee, any good thing has come, then the good thing will put it aside. Oh, it's for him. That no connection like that. It's all equal. Whoever comes first, we give. If it is there, you take or done. So that is called Niranjana. Niranjana means totally unselfish. Nityam, eternal. Anantarupam. God is having so many forms. What are those forms? These. All that you see, the men, women, children, old, all living beings and everything that you see in this universe is nothing but God in different names and form. Anantarupam. And then why he takes the form? Bhaktanukampa. Anukampa. Out of compassion to bless the devotees. Bhaktanukampa Dhrita. He is just taking, accepting that body. Vigraha. Vigraha means the body. Ishavataram Parameshamidyam. The highest God that I bow down to you. Bow down my head at you. Once again we will just repeat it. Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidyam Tvam Ramakrishnam Shidasanamamaha. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Thank you. Our next class will be on Friday at 7:30 on Katha Upanishad. Next Saturday, as I already told you, I will be going to Ganges. And Sunday, as usual, will be why we meditate. Like that one over that in the morning, 11 o'clock. And next Tuesday also, the same, our Kathamrit, the Panchama Veda, we will discuss. Thank you very much.